So, it's always good when you're in a situation to ask yourself, how would I know I'm in trouble? When would I know I need to ask for help? Well, certainly if you feel you're distressed and you're feeling so overwhelmed that everything feels hard, when you feel hopeless, if you feel like you're over your head, those are all signs that you can reach out, that it would be a good idea to reach out. And you might reach out to a friend, or you might reach out to a teacher or a trusted adult, whether it's your parent or someone else. And if it feels like you're so overwhelmed, and if you start to have other feelings of your motor running and you can't get it to turn off, sometimes that comes up as feelings of panic, feeling even paranoid, or as if everything that happens, you're kind of looking over your shoulder, you're worrying about everything, and you can't decide what's real and what's not real. Those are all signs that you probably ought to seek some help, whether from your doctor, a pediatrician, or from a psychiatrist. And if it's affecting your sleep, most sleep doctors would be able to help you to sort this out also. But the idea would be to kind of ask yourself, what would it look like? And if you can't answer that question because you're so overwhelmed, that's another answer too. Because really, you don't have to do it yourself. So asking someone else to help you to sort out, I don't know when I would need help or how I'd go about getting that. There's always someone in your environment that you could start with. It may not be the person you end up getting help from, but it may be the person who leads you to that help. What I can say about sleep and bullying is that for people that feel anxious because they've been hurt, they've been attacked, or they've been in a situation they've been feeling on guard, that feeling of having to kind of keep yourself on guard makes it really hard to let go. And if you can't let go, it's harder to sleep. So where that ends up going is if you constantly feel like you're being attacked, and there's this constant feeling of like this, over time it gets harder and harder to let go and to let sleep happen, and you really can lose perspective. So it may get to a point where you feel you have no hope, you can't fall asleep, you can't even escape your own demons, you can't find a way to correct the situation, and you may even start to believe the bullies are right. You're a fool, you're useless, whatever the criticisms are. So what I would say is recognize that if you start hearing yourself saying those things, you're really off track. Okay? That's the pathway people go on when they've been worn down. And it's a cycle of abuse. So anyone, whether they've been abused by a bully or a domestic partner or any situation, that's the psychology of it. So if you start to hear yourself feeling so overwrought that you're worried that you're at the end of your rope, you have nowhere to turn, especially if you're starting to think about wanting to hurt yourself or hurt somebody else, those are all signals that you need to reach out. You need to reach out for professionals' help. If you can't do that, at least reach out for a friend or someone else. It will invade your sleep. It will invade the way you feel. You won't have any sense of well-being because, in a sense, that's been stolen from you. But there is a way of reversing it. And the way it gets reversed is to first reach out for help. Let someone else help you to offload some of that, because you won't be able to do it easily on your own. But there is a way of undoing it. We do this kind of thing all the time when we're treating people for insomnia. They didn't get as far down the road. They're not maybe victims of abuse or bullying, but they still have a problem with getting themselves too tense and not being able to let go. And it's all in the same continuum. So it's something we can all unlearn, but you may need some help to do that.